Hi all, I'm just going to walk you through our course shell here just to give you a little bit more information and help break it down for you just so that there's no questions or concerns. So if you click on your dashboard, My Courses, and click on DMS 100, which is the course that we're going to be taking this semester, you'll have your welcome message here from me, just says who I am and a little bit about the course. One of the things that's important to know is it tells you to look under important course information and then also print your syllabus out. You don't necessarily have to print it as this being an online class, but what I would like you to do is read through the entire syllabus, check the back. There is a signed agreement that says that you've read and understand the syllabus, and then I'm going to have you upload that back to JetNet. I also want to make sure that you verify that you can log into your email. Make sure that you have access to JetNet, make sure, which you already do if you're on here, but make sure that you have your login for your email correct and check your emails. That is how I communicate with you guys. So please ensure that that's something that you're doing. The best way to reach me is email, and I created a hyperlink here so you can easily just click on that, send me a quick email. Don't ever hesitate. I'm always available. If you see these announcements right here, this is where sometimes I'll put little videos or little comments if there's anything to announce for the week. And right here is what I was referring to as important course items, okay? So there's a few things in here. The first thing being the most important is your syllabus. That's going to give you a schedule, an overview of the class, and everything that you need to know. And we'll go through that a little bit as well. The second thing here is the study guide for note-taking. What this is it's an outline format study guide. So you would print these out, and when you're reading through your lecture or the PowerPoints, you would actually fill in the blanks for these. It gives you an excellent resource to go back and study for your quiz or the tests that we'll have in the future. Just know that there isn't information for all the modalities, so some of them you may miss a category or two. And then also here you have course navigation tips. So just a few things that will teach you how to print items out of this course shell and things like that. Other helpful forums and resources. There's a little link here for tips to be a successful online student. I know for some of you this is new. You've never done the online courses before, and we're going to get through this together, okay? So this right here is a sample quiz or test to check your settings. So what this is it makes sure that when you open a quiz or test that your computer is capable of allowing you to do that. I'd hate for you to open a quiz, try to start it, and then the settings on your computer aren't functioning properly and you've missed your opportunity to take your quiz. So what this is just a sample one. It's going to make sure that everything functions properly, and you know that when you go into a test, it's going to function the way you want it to. Here's like a little discussion area for you guys. If you guys want to get in there and talk to each other, ask each other questions, anything like that, that's available to you guys if you forgot when something is due or you wanted to talk to somebody else who's going into the same program as you. That's an option as a discussion forum. You also have a live chat, which you guys are allowed to use as well for the same purposes. Right down here, Stacy's virtual office hours. This is called Big Blue Button. So Big Blue Button is available to you guys to use. This is something I'm going to be utilizing every week during what would have been our normal class times on Mondays and Wednesdays, starting at noon. I'm going to log into my Big Blue Button. You guys can come right in here and log in as well. And what I'm going to do is kind of go do a little discussion, maybe talking about the week's chapters, and you guys can actually go through and ask me any questions that you may have as well. Okay, so it's just like a join online. If you're not available at that time, I will record them, and then you can go back and play them later. So our JetNet is set up in modules. So each new chapter, each new modality that we go over is going to be a module. So module 1 starts March 23rd, and it's our introduction module. So here you have your lectures. Now, these aren't really a lecture, they're an online book. You can log into those and you can print those out. So you can have that as a resource for you. So those are your reading material that you'll go over each week to learn the information. Then we'll have PowerPoints. I'm currently working on PowerPoints with voiceover so that you can also hear my lecture while you're looking through the PowerPoints. So each week you'll have a PowerPoint that you can use for review, and then you're going to have the quiz. So this introduction quiz right here is over the introduction to all of diagnostic imaging. The first discussion that we're going to do for a discussion forum is going to be the intro discussion. So what you're going to do is you're just going to add a short little video sharing some information about yourself. I want to know if you're taking this course to apply for a second admit program. If you are, what program are you applying to? If there's multiples, great. Where are you at in your academic path? Is this your first class? Are you ready to apply for the program, in the fall or next winter? And why are you interested in going into the medical field? And then last but not least, where are you located geographically? Are you from Jackson, Hillsdale, Adrian, further away? Just kind of give us an idea of where you are. So these are going to be your required resources and activity. These are going to be things that are required each module. And then below them, you'll have optional resources and activities. These are not required. Sometimes there will be videos that pertain to the information that we're covering. And then other times, each week actually, you'll have a Kahoot introduction quiz review. So if you're not familiar with Kahoot, Kahoot is an online interactive quiz. You will actually have to have two separate pages. This is the link to the pin. So you're going to have to open kahoot.it.com, and then it will give you a place to enter in a pin number, and then you're going to pull this up and get the pin off of that. And we can go through those too and do a little screencast so you understand. Or if you have any questions or concerns about them, just email me. The Kahoot is an excellent reference for you to help you study for the quiz and the tests. So again, each module is going to look exactly the same. March 25th, which would be our normal Wednesday class, we're going to go over radiology. You're going to have your book, your radiology lecture, radiology PowerPoint, and the quiz. Again, you're going to have some videos that are not required, but they're there for you if you would like to view them. And then you'll have your Kahoot review that you can utilize. Module 3, fluoroscopy. So you have 2 tests, a midterm, a final, and then you're going to have quiz for each module. So test 1 is going to be on our 3rd module, and it covers module 1, 2, and 3. So it's going to cover the introduction chapter, radiology, and then fluoroscopy. Again, I will have a Kahoot review for fluoroscopy that week and for test 1. So I will always have a Kahoot available to you for review. And those are some of the things that we may go over each class time in Big Blue Button. I may go right into those Kahoot reviews so we can do them together. And that way you can ask me any questions while we're doing them. So it's just going to carry on like that, and I'll break down each module each week as we do them. All the way till we get to the end. The last module is just going to be the final exam. So you're going to have your required resource that week. It's just going to be your final exam, which will close on May 4th. Because we started the semester late, it's actually pushing the winter semester a week later. So if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to email me. I'm going to end there, and then I will do a second video on the syllabus, going through that and making sure that you have all the information you need.